Yo, what's going on, you guys? KG Presents back out with another video, and today I'm here with some fantasy baseball must-adds for your fantasy baseball roster. Now, obviously, the baseball season has just started. Only a couple days ago, March 28th was this year's opening day. We've had some exciting baseball already here to start out the season here. Big baseball fans, so I'm excited to see how the rest of the season is going to turn out here. So, without any further ado, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into today's video. So I'm going to be giving you guys 5 players that I think you should add to your fantasy baseball roster, and hopefully these 5 players are going to help you towards winning your fantasy baseball championship later this year. So again, without any further ado, let's get into these players. So the first player is Zach Neto from the Los Angeles Angels. He's their shortstop. He's the type of player that the Angels need to find out about. He was the 13th overall pick in the 2022 MLB draft. In the minors, he had a 321 average and a 961 on base plus slugging percentage. Now, obviously, he did struggle last season in his first year in the majors, but obviously they kind of just like rushed him up to the major leagues and everything. So the goal is hopefully that this season here, Zach Neto is going to do very well for the Angels. I do think, though, he's definitely going to have some struggles this year, but I think definitely towards the end of the year here, he's probably going to be able to put it together, and hopefully he's going to be doing pretty well for the Angels this season. So if you want a speculative ad, be sure to add Zach Neto onto your roster for this fantasy baseball season. Next up, we have Henry Davis from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, so far this season, he's hitting 250 through his first couple games here this year. Now, obviously, he did struggle a little bit last year, but he hit 306 with a 454 on base percentage in the minor leagues last year, walking 45 times against 48 strikeouts there. Now, I do believe that Henry Davis is also going to put it together here in his second season in the major leagues. Now, obviously, he's definitely going to be pretty good this year. I think, obviously, there were definitely some struggles last year. However, Henry Davis has the makings of having an incredible sophomore season for the Pittsburgh Pirates if he's able to put it together. He needs to be picked up as well because he's also a catcher. That somehow, for some reason, is not on the ESPN thing right now. He's only listed as an outfielder, but then again, he's played most of his innings as an outfielder. However, he does have catcher on there. He may gain eligibility at catcher before the season's even a week old. It's like pretty much a week old today, and he still hasn't achieved it. However, I do think there's some chance, though, that Henry Davis is going to have a pretty solid year for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So again, if you want another speculative ad, be sure to add Henry Davis onto your fantasy baseball roster. Next up, we have Victor Scott from the St. Louis Cardinals. Sorry about the minor league footage. I couldn't really use the actual footage of him in the major leagues this season, so please ignore that. Just go over some stats. Now, obviously, so far this season, he's only hitting 111, so I guess you're probably saying, hey, why would you add a guy that's only hitting 111? Well, Victor Scott is also very, very, very fast. There is no doubt about that. I'm not going to say that he's going to be without struggles this year, because obviously, as a rookie, you're going to struggle. But he's a top prospect for the Cardinals for a reason. Obviously, his speed is really there, pretty much. He batted 9th in his major league debut this year, and he stole his first MLB base with relative ease, and you're going to be seeing a lot of that through the season. Do I know how many stolen bases he's going to steal this year? Obviously not. I mean, you really don't know. It also depends on how much playing time he is going to have this season in the majors. That's if he stays in the majors and doesn't get sent down to the minor leagues. But either way, if he does stay in the majors, he'll do plenty more stolen bases. He'll do in the minor leagues last year, he stole 94 bases across 2 levels, which is absolutely incredible. It was only his first full year of professional baseball, so 94 stolen bases between the 2 leagues he played, and that's just absolutely crazy there. Shout out Victor Scott for that. Either way, I mean, if you can even get within 25 points of the 369 on base percentage he had last year, it could mean great things for fantasy managers. Now, I don't know if he's going to steal 100 bases. That would be very interesting if he steals 100 bases. But either way, I think he's definitely worth a speculative add-on there, especially if you're looking for more stolen bases onto your roster. Victor Scott is that guy. Hopefully, he's able to perform here hitting wise and everything. I don't know if he's going to really hit 300 or anything, but if he's able to just get on base enough, if he's hitting that 370 on base percentage that he had in minor leagues, I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of stolen bases this year for Victor Scott. So if you want another speculative ad with this man, add him to your fantasy baseball roster. Next up, we have Frankie Montas from the Cincinnati Reds. Sorry, I don't have the Reds footage as well. Wouldn't let me use it. So we're going back to some A's footage because essentially he had no Yankee highlights at all in his Yankees career, which is absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? Because he literally pitched an inning, I swear, for the Yankees last year. I'm a Yankees fan. I know he only pitched for an inning. Absolutely crazy there. Either way there, Frankie Montas was absolutely electric, and he was fantastic as the opening day starter for the Reds this season. breezing through 6 scoreless innings against his opposing team there. He only allowed 4 hits there, and he struck out 4 batters in those 6 innings. I see that as a far cry from pitching just once for the Yankees in 2023. He's 31 years old now, so obviously, he doesn't have the age factor on his side. He's definitely no longer a top prospect. However, though, he's on a team filled with exciting young offensive players there. And the thing is, though, if the Reds are giving him the opportunity to be the opening day starter this year, minus injuries and all that, Montas could clearly get some wins and strikeouts while he's healthy. Obviously, the goal is that he has to be as healthy as possible. Not like last year. He pretty much had the entire year off, minus that 1 inning, 1/3 inning. I gotta be specific. He pitched 1/3 inning last year, but obviously he's all ready to go here. He seems locked in and ready to go for this fantasy baseball season. He might be pitching out of the bullpen next or at the end of the season too. You don't know, but I doubt it, especially because he pitched so well in the opening day game. I know it was against the Nationals. Like the Nationals aren't the best team and everything, but hey, you can't argue with the numbers of how effective Frankie Montas was in that game. Now, obviously, at the time I'm recording this, he will be playing and pitching against the Philadelphia Phillies tonight, so we'll see what happens here. If he does good against the Phillies again, then I'd be sure to definitely add him onto your roster. If not, we'll see how this goes. But either way, another speculative ad here for Frankie Montas from the Cincinnati Reds. And last but not least, we will have another member of the Reds. That's Will Benson right there. He batted second. He played center field in the first game so far this season. He should be a full-time player for the Reds with the injured T.J. Friedel set to miss the 6-8 weeks of the regular season. It could be longer for Friedel. It actually could be shorter. You obviously don't know. Now, obviously, Will Benson was pretty solid last year. He had 275 with 11 home runs and 19 steals in a part-time duty for the Cincinnati Reds last year. So be sure to keep an eye out for Will Benson here, especially against lefties there. He's a very valuable pickup. He's very good against left-handed pitching. So far this season, he's currently hitting .333 with a home run, 3 runs batted in, a stolen base, and 3 runs scored. Very good start to the season here. He stole his first base of the season after logging 19 thefts in 2023. Lefty hitting Will Benson has been in the lineup for both games when the Reds have faced the southpaw. Now, obviously, against left-handers last year, though, he did not do very good, but obviously, you never know. The thing is, though, he only had 44 plate appearances against left-handed pitching. You cannot judge a player off of just only 44 plate appearances off of left-handed pitching, so obviously, we're going to give Will Benson benefit of the doubt, and hopefully he can improve upon those numbers last year, because obviously last year's numbers weren't very good, but obviously he was only a rookie last year. He can definitely come in here in his second season and improve upon those numbers quite clearly right there. The Reds probably actually might make him an everyday player here in 2024, which would be very nice for Will Benson. The Reds just have so many young and exciting players on that team. You look at literally in the footage right there, see Ellie De La Cruz around the bases right there. Absolutely incredible right there, and I can't wait to see how well the Reds do this season. So with Will Benson right there, that is the conclusion of today's video. Hopefully these 5 players that I have listed are going to help you towards your first step of winning your fantasy baseball championship this season. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please share, like, subscribe for future content. If you want me to do some other potential ads in the future, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to do this. I love baseball, so this is definitely fun for me. Without any further ado, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.